My name's Doug Curtis. I'm 66 years old. I moved to Central Arkansas nearly 2 years ago. I'm retired, sort of, but I was still doing some insurance inspection work. And one of the clients asked us to climb up on the roof and document the condition of the roof. I fell off a ladder last July, broke my back in 2 places and broke my wrist. So I called my wife and said, I've fallen, I'm coming to the house, be ready to go to take me to the ER in Benton. And when I went up there, they did an x-ray. The doctor from in the ER came out and told me that I had 2 fractured vertebrae and that they would like to send me to Little Rock to see an orthopedic up here.
So I was on call, and Doug came in after his fall, and we reviewed his imaging, CT, MRI, x-rays, and we have good literature that says, hey, when you have a broken back, when you meet certain criteria, this fracture is unstable. So we looked at Doug's, and it met criteria for it could be an unstable fracture leading to bad stuff.
Once Dr. Seale decided that we needed to go with back surgery, and they had pinched my toes and said, Mr. Curtis, can you feel this? Which is kind of scary, you know, and I could, and everything was okay there. Then I pointed at my wrist. I said, do you do this also? And he said, well, you'd probably be better off with amputation if I were to do that. And I said, well, you got a guy that can do it? He said, no, I got a lady.
My name is Janine Anderson. I'm an orthopedic hand surgeon at OrthoArkansas. Doug had a really complex wrist fracture that involved both of the bones of the wrist. They were in multiple pieces. So in order to put him back together, ended up having to put the pieces back for the wrist, kind of realign them, and then a series of plate and screws in there to hold this in a good position.
I'm a musician. I majored in music in college, and I've played the guitar since I was probably 12 years old, and I still play at church. My immediate thought was fear that, you know, this wrist is beat up pretty badly, and will I get recovered enough that I'll be able to play. In addition to the surgeries, my wrist was totally useless to me, even though Dr. Anderson tells me that everything went fine, and I needed a great deal of occupational therapy. And I went to the ortho office in Benton Bryant area, and the occupational therapist worked on me. Tracy was just excellent.
Doug was just an absolute joy. He just from the time I met him all the way through his recovery, just had incredibly positive attitude, just always looking forward and upward as far as what he could do to participate in getting the best result. Was very diligent about doing his therapy, just a great attitude all the way through. So
the surgery went great. He did well. Next day he went home. Recovery process is we want him to resist bend, lift, and twist. We call it no BLT for a few months to allow the back to kind of heal up. And then we let him get back to his life. And about 9 months to 12 months later, we get a repeat CT. We make sure the fracture's healed, and then we move on to pulling the screws out because the fracture's healed and you can pull the brace out now.
Dr. Seale struck me very quickly as a man who was very skilled at what he did, made me feel comfortable, made me feel like a good outcome was a very great concern to him. And then as we went on and we talked about the wrist, and he told me that Dr. Anderson was the best in the state, and my wrist looked like a jigsaw puzzle in the x-ray of all the different pieces. And she put that jigsaw back together. My name is Doug Curtis, and I'm very grateful to Dr. Anderson, Dr. Seale, and all the team at OrthoArkansas for all the things they did for me to help restore me to the things that I love.